So now that I've had a glass of wine, I'm going to actually apologize. I butchered Rich's last name a few minutes ago, and it's Mejias, not Nejas. So now that I've had a glass of wine, I can backtrack a little bit.
That's beautiful.
So next we have Rich Mejias. He's one of the co-owners of the Leverage Training Facility. I've been very, very lucky to work with Rich and his partner Joe since I've opened. They're two of the more progressive, best personal trainers in this area. They're sports performance specialists, and what they do at their facility is at the cutting edge of training and sports performance. And again, been very, very lucky to work with the two of these guys. And they're at the forefront of training and are doing some great things for the community in the area. So thanks. I appreciate you doing this book now. So obviously this is not going to work. This is not PowerPoint. So just hit the price which
Yeah, I got that. All right, so I don't need this. All right, so you guys are going to have to help me out a little bit because I cannot sit in one place for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes and not do anything. So if you can all do me a favor and just stand up for a quick second. I don't want to feel like the only weird one here.
I knew you were going to do that.
All right, so I was wanting to do some push-ups, but he said we can't do push-ups. So what I need everybody to do is just shake out your shoulders a little bit. Just get those moving, move those hips a little bit. Yeah, looking good. Now give me your favorite dance for the next 10 seconds. Go. Just kidding, guys. All right, why don't everybody have a seat? Thank you for humoring me on this one. As Rick said, my name is Rich Mejias. I am the co-owner and strength and conditioning coach at Leverage Training Center in Wyckoff, New Jersey. What I'm here to talk about is a question that I get from many parents. I must field this question at least 100 to 200 times a season. Is should athletes wait until the age of 13 to train? Okay, you're going to hear yeses, you're going to hear nos, but we're going to give you a different look or how we look at it at Leverage. But before we get into it, special thanks to all my mentors, my friends, all my influences in the industry. I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for people like Rick taking the time to educate me and help me with my athletes. Rick, great facility, good luck with everything. I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully my athletes don't have to see you too much. That's not a good thing if they have to be here. And everyone here today, thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to come support Rick and hear me speak. Champions are not born, they are made at Leverage Training Center. Now that's a quote we have on the walls. Obviously I stole the first part of it from somebody and added the rest. When I first thought, or me and my partner first opened up Leverage, we decided I'm going to train every Yankee, every Knick, every Giant. And the bottom line is in 12 years of doing this, I've trained one Yankee, I've trained one Giant, and the Giant didn't pay me. He owed me money. Okay, so we had to change our business plan, and we had to look at not only just training professionals, but more training the youth. Okay, starting off at 8, 9, and going into high school and college. Here are a couple of the teams we work with: Ramapo College, Seals Baseball Academy, Wanaka, Don Bosco Prep. Our mission statement: Leverage Training Center is committed to providing safe and effective exercise programs that will enable every client to see real results. We will achieve results through education, motivation, and an ongoing support system. Our encouragement and enthusiastic approach to fitness and wellness provides a path to achieving goals. Now, that is a lot. And I don't think I've read that since we opened up. Basically, to make a long story short, we're looking for the safest route for our clients to get the results they want. And our clients start off at 6th, 7th grade. They go into high school, college. I helped Vince get ready for his season this year. And they also go to adults. You know, we have many clients that are just looking to play with their kids or their grandkids in the backyard, play soccer, play baseball, whatever it is, and not feel like they're having a heart attack after every session. So the question is, should athletes wait until the age of 13 to train? Most people are going to say yes. But honestly, I'm going to give you a different side. I'm going to say no. When we talk about training, there are different aspects to training. Everyone's thinking, oh, take my son to Gold's Gym, let's squat, let's bench, let's do some curls. No, no, your son should not be doing that, or daughter should not be doing that at the age of 13. There are different ways to train. You know, when we have the youth or 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds come in, we look at making them better athletes. I don't care what sport they play. I don't care if they're good or bad, to tell you the truth. My main objective is to get them better than the first day they came in. If the majority of this room, if we remember back to when we were kids, I mean, my mom threw me in the backyard with 6 or 7 friends, and we played football, baseball, basketball. We played everything. At 6, 7 o'clock, my mom threw out a sweatshirt, and then when the lights went out, we came in, okay? Look at it nowadays. How many kids are riding a bike? How many kids are mowing the lawn? You know, how many kids are on Xbox, Facebook, Twitter, all these stuff, okay? Just the dynamic of the way kids move nowadays has completely changed. And that's one of the reasons why I shifted my answer from yes to no. I want these kids to start coming in early because they're not getting what they should at home or in the field or on their teams. So right now I'm going to give you the 5 main reasons why I believe any youth should be training, especially before 13 years old. Number 1, this is the time that they're, the sensitive period I like to call it, this is the time where they're going to absorb the most. You know, we always say if you want to teach a child a second language, teach them while they're young. They'll be able to absorb it a lot better. If anyone's tried to learn another language, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm probably the worst Puerto Rican you've ever met. I don't speak Spanish. I don't read Spanish. I eat Spanish food. That's about it. I've tried to pick up the language, and it's one of the most difficult things that I have done to date. But if you teach a child at a young age, they're able to absorb it a lot better. And that goes the same thing. I'm not going to say I'm going to make, you know, your child into the next Derek Jeter or into the next Peyton Manning. But if we can get them moving better, that will translate into any sport, any activity, really the rest of their life is going to really take into effect. How we do it, that's another important thing. I like to call it purposeful, designed practice. Guys, we don't just throw athletes into the whim and say, hey, throw this med ball 50 times against the wall or slam this tire 1,000 times. There's reason and rhyme and reason behind everything that we do and everything that the kids should do. We're looking at lateral movement. We're looking at footwork. There's a lot of different things. Everyone thinks, again, it's always weights. It's always weights. If you've ever attended a session at Leverage Training Center, you'll be amazed. It's 2,000 square feet of turf and walls. You know, we don't have any machines. We don't have any crazy equipment, but we teach the body how to move in the proper way. And once the body is able to move in a proper way, you're able to get a lot more effort out of what you are doing on the field. Reason number 2, you just can't play to improve. One of the things that I've had many conversations with Rick about this is the specialization of athletes right now. I am the strength and conditioning coach for Don Bosco Prep's soccer, hockey, and baseball team. I am in the verge of getting their football team next year, which is a big thing. They're #1 in the country right now. The constant conversation that I have with athletes is, who's the best athlete? And that is a tricky question. It's not the best at your sport. It's not the best football player. It's not the best baseball player. When I talk about athlete, I want to look at a kid that could possibly play 3 varsity sports. Not be the greatest at it, but be able to compete at the varsity level. And the problem is, if you look around, there's not that many. I mean, like I said, when we were younger, we played basketball. I mean, I was a little fat kid, and my mom made me play soccer, basketball. I used to run around the soccer field holding my boobs, you know, because I didn't want to run, but my mom made me do it. And nowadays, with all the technology and all the games out there, kids just aren't doing this, and there's the problem. That's why even more, this number 2 is even more of a reason why they need to come see me, because they're not, again, doing it just like we talked about at the beginning. Purposeful practice. Youth sports do not provide this. Again, with specialization, kids are playing, like Rick said, they're on 2 or 3 baseball teams. Okay, they're overusing their bodies. We're seeing now baseball pitchers, 14, 13, Tommy John surgery. Women soccer players, ACL injuries. That's always been a big one for me, I mean, as a former soccer player. Women are built differently. I'm not gonna say they are. You know, is a sport different from a man to woman? I'm not gonna say it really is. But if you look at the numbers of ACL injuries from girls to guys, it's a significant difference. So my thing is, they're not getting trained the way they should be at an early stage. Number 3, my favorite one, fitness. Help start a life that has fitness as a part of it. Obesity. This speech kind of is